What's up, everyone? Thank you for coming into the Dr. Greg Show. January 3rd, 2026. Welcome back. Hey, Dave. Welcome back, man. I think, Hazel, I think you're right. I think that, I think it would trigger Article 5. I don't know if people would do it in defense of Greenland, though. I don't know if that would be the thing. I don't know. You'd have to see. So, yeah, we'll have to see, guys. The UN's not going to put up with that. Europe will not put up with that. Quang, I mean, they put up with Russia invading Ukraine, so that's the the wildest part. Hey, Dave, Marvin, how's it going, man? Greetings from Seattle. Well, greetings from San Diego. I agree, Hazel. I think I do think that we'll have to see. We'll just have to see the amount of invasions that's going to happen. We're just going to see a lot of them. I think we're going to see, because he's not going to be held accountable for this. He's not going to be actually checked on this power. So we're just going to see. It's just like Russia. It's Putin all over again. Putin was never pilloried on the world stage, and now we are dealing with this. We're dealing with it because Russia was never checked. What's up, Dr. Denny? How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, man.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
I saw your prompt at the top. As you know, me and you, as we know, we're on the left. We're pretty far on the left. But I understand the necessity of genetically modified consumables and stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily in favor of them.
Okay. Do you mean in general, or do you mean in foods?
Well, mainly I'm just not in favor of toxic preservatives in our foods.
So two different things. So two totally different things. You can be a genetically modified organism, and then you can also be a whole plant or something, and not have preservatives or anything that are inside of it, or added chemicals or anything like that. So it's which you genetically modify in order to create that new organism can be whatever you want. And then, preservatives, it's a lot of times genetic modifications can actually remove preservatives, the need for preservatives. So for example, I genetically modified potatoes so that they wouldn't spoil as much and they wouldn't brown, even though it has the same nutritional value. A potato browning is actually just kind of like an oxidative reaction. It doesn't actually change the chemical composition. So people actually throw them away when they're perfectly fine to eat. So, you'll lessen the amount of preservatives by, knocking out that gene, basically.
Okay. That's fair enough. Fair point. I will say I'm not entirely well versed on genetic modifications on certain organisms and stuff like that. But I'm just more so in favor of removing harmful ingredients or harmful components of, for example, high fructose corn syrup is in almost every one of our snacks or foods and stuff like that, and it's a high concentration of sugar, which we have sugar is probably one of the most toxic. I'm not gonna say toxic, but it's pretty I think it's a pretty bad um I guess component of like certain foods and stuff like that. Like, would you agree on that?
I mean, sugar can be kind of like addictive for sure. I mean, I don't think that it's inherently poisonous. Yeah, I got you. It's real. I see you. It's just 6 minutes, man. I think that like sugar used in moderation is going to be fine. Is going to be healthy. And sugar is just a good way of getting people to eat more calories. So that's the biggest thing. I think that doing tests and making sure that your things that are in your food they're at the right level that aren't they're not toxic. I think that's something separate than for example genetically modifying them in order to use less
Okay.
pesticides or something like that, so or making sure that insects aren't eating them, or adding vitamin A to rice to make it more nutritious. There's lots of different reasons why you'd want to genetically modify something like.
I have a question on that.
Mhm,
I have a question on that. So you said um, genetically modifying certain organisms so they're less appealing to insects,
mhm.
well, my question is, if it's less appealing to insects, like shouldn't it be also not too appealing for us as well?
Well, we aren't
Because
insects,
like
so
I know we're
basically.
not. I know I understand that, but like we're still all organisms to in a sense.
so
I don't know if I'm making sense.
so we are eukaryotic organisms, right? We are in that sense. So if it was something that was, a molecule that was targeting every type of eukaryotic function, then yeah, that would be bad, right? But a lot of the
Okay, fair enough.
insecticides basically, target like kitten or chitin synthesis or something like that, where it's like, you don't have a chitin shell. So you don't have that to worry about that. So you don't have that molecule to bind to, that protein that's inside of that insecticide kind of thing. So it's just, there could be detrimental effects sometimes to, off target effects to like the bacteria and the microbes that are living in your gut, for example. I mean, there are tests in order to see how those are doing, but like in general, they're tested for that.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for answering that.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Um,
Um,
is that all?
yeah, yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, cool, man. You can come up
Yeah,
anytime. Thanks for coming up.
yeah.
Peace.
No problem.
Okay, is this real? If you're still here, I just guessed you. Yeah, do great. Yeah, I think that like, the danger of sugar is how appealing it is and how you can stick so much sugar in it, and also engineer the food through food science so that you can kind of like always just endlessly eat it. You know what I mean? So it's like an addictive process. Absolutely. So I think that's something that definitely does happen. But I don't think that it's necessarily toxic in and of itself. But yeah, I mean, you can genetically modify organisms to have new traits. You can have genetically modify organisms to better existing traits, right? So it's like we could make plants better at photosynthesis. We can make plants have new capabilities of making vaccines. We could have plants that have new capabilities of being able to defend against insects, to defend against herbicides and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's lots of different ways that we can genetically modify things, and basically, all of the crops that we have right now are, it's called the Green Revolution in the 1970s that basically allowed billions of people to survive. Yeah, science is king, dude. Bow down. Yo, Skog. I missed Ruben's comment. How do we get to the point where we just look at other countries for minerals? Do we have a to be a PhD to play count me in? No, I mean, you can, is this real? I just requested you, and yeah, Ruben, I think like the idea of invasions for materials, just I think like they've happened before. The United States like famously kind of like, invaded Iraq for oil, but it was kind of like a handshake and a nod kind of thing, as opposed to like a blaring sign and just George W. Bush just saying it outright. He never actually did. But like now, Trump is just saying it. We're just taking it for the oil. We're just taking it for the minerals, and that's why he's straight up an imperialist, right? That is why he is taking it over. What genetic modifications would you say you've most enthusiastic about? Do you mean for plants or humans? I think that would be the good question. But like in general, like, genetically modified humans are happening right now through medical science. There's genetically modified organisms for plants that can allow them to have vaccines. Plants, probably Rubisco. Rubisco is kind of like, is the hand that kind of grabs CO2 out of the air, and increasing the Rubisco rate of CO2 versus O2. Basically, O2 and CO2 molecularly for Rubisco are actually kind of like similar. So having it preferentially grab CO2 versus O2 is actually a really good thing for a plant. And if we could increase that by like half, or we would significantly increase the photosynthetic ability and rate of plants. So that's been the biggest kind of cash crop, or if, pardon the pun, for molecular biologists. That's what I was working with my PhD on, specifically, was to do that. For humans, I would say any of the stuff that David R. Liu's working on right now, which is kind of like, basically using CRISPR to edit the genome of humans in order to alleviate diseases, so that people aren't having to, live a life with diseases. Like there's a childhood leukemia case that they cured. She had months to live. They had tried a bone marrow transplant, failed. They had tried chemotherapy, failed, and now they use this one administration of this CRISPR, medicine, and she's been in remission for 2 years. So it's absolutely incredible. Who came up with the fails? No, it's me, Stefan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll request on up, dude. I write the darkness. Oh man, how I'm so scared. I'm so scared. What do you think about RFK's motivation behind vaccine skepticism? He's grifting. He's lying. RFK is vaccinated. His kids are vaccinated. He's he thinks that he's lying. He's lying so that he can sue these vaccine manufacturers and make millions of dollars a year. That's what he does. That's how he makes his money. So he's grifting in order to lie. He's lying to people in order to make money. So how would plants consuming more CO2 be beneficial? Again, I missed that. So basically, Rubisco, Rubisco, is the molecule that it basically, that is what grabs the CO2 out of the air. So CO2 in the atmosphere, how do plants grab it? That is the molecule. So basically it grabs it, and if you think about what's in the atmosphere, CO2 and O2 for Rubisco look a lot alike. So basically when it grabs a O2, it's bad for the plant. It takes a lot of energy in order to get rid of that. And then if it grabs a CO2, now it actually creates photosynthesis. That's what the C and the CO2 is, the chain that is created for the the sugar, right? That it creates in order for photosynthesis to happen. Well, the plant needs CO2. The plant needs CO2. Oh, Ruben, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. You've been so kind. Thank you. Exactly, Dr. Denny. Yeah. So it needs the CO2. It grabs the CO2. But if Rubisco was more more efficient at grabbing CO2 than O2, then basically the entire photosynthetic process is way more adaptable and better. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Denny. Yeah, nice, man. Even the double bonds is beautiful. Exactly, Ducre. RFK has made a career off of suing companies and referring people to anti-vax lawyers, right? Humans hurt the environment. Yes, they do, but vaccines don't. Correct. Yeah, exactly. Vaccines do not hurt the environment. I mean, unless you are a virologist and you care about viral lives as opposed to human lives. I mean, I'm on the side of humans as opposed to viruses. So, man, every single one of these guys, I keep trying to get them in, guys. I think I added I put the debates in my name and they're all running away. I can't, I don't understand what's happening. Dr. Greg Debates is back, baby. They are running. What is wrong, man? I am trying, guys. I am trying everything that I can in order to get people in here, and they just refuse to get in here. I don't know what to say. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying my best. This was the problem. This is what happens when I just sit here all alone. I'm so lonely. And guys, can you please let's get to 50,000 likes, okay? Right now, if we can all tap so we can get some people in here, because right now we are starved. I am starving. I am hungry. I'm famished. Can we just get some likes in there? Also the heart me's, guys, do some heart me's on there. Repost, share the live. Thank you so much. That mom joke at the end of your video is good. Thank you, Ducray. Thank you. Other than greed and being evil and obviously oil, we want to spitball why Trump is invading Venezuela. I mean, that's why. I think I think he talked to Putin at the beginning of the year and was basically like, what are you up to? Why do you do things? And Putin kind of talked to him and gave him the lowdown on like what they were looking for. They're like, hey, we're trying to secure the Arctic Circle. We're trying to secure oil routes. And now Trump is trying to do that. You know, now he's trying to secure oil. I mean, there's no logical reason why anyone in the Trump administration would actually say that we needed to produce more oil or we need to steal oil in order for us to be a functioning country anymore. Like, genuinely, like, it doesn't make any sense. We were at peak oil production during the Biden administration. And we're actually drilling more during the Biden administration than the Trump administration right now. And I mean, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. We were like I think we were the largest oil exporter in the world. So it's just nonsense. The dictator on dictator route. I was on the mind that other countries are tired of and not selling to us. I mean, we produce so much oil, though. That's the thing, Chance. Like, we produce a lot of. We're an exporter of oil, so it's because of horizontal fracking. So 20 years ago, we basically started horizontal fracking. Vertical fracking was invented like 30, 40 years ago, but horizontal fracking was the main thing that really pushed it out. And hey, Cher, what's up? BRICS, isn't that the, oh shoot, that's the Russian warm water port thing? I forget what BRICS is. I'm sorry. I keep trying to get these people in, guys. There's something wrong. Maybe this thing isn't on. Is this internet on? Is this internet on? I don't think this internet is on. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't think it's, oh no. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you. I requested MZ. I requested them. Um. Oh, Titan, what's up, dude? Titan, BRICS, the awakening of the non-allied aligned states. It's a group member emerging economies, originally Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Titan. Thank you. Hey, man. Nice to see you. Oh, they aren't using US dollars. Oh. Thank you, Marcia. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, yeah, guys, it is truly, it is a time to be alive. It is truly is. It's a truly a time, isn't it? Um, let's try to get the likes, the heart me's, the shares, the reposts, get all that kind of stuff, please, so we can get some MAGA in here, guys. This is what happened last time. We just ran through all the MAGA on this entire app, and then now they don't want to debate, and it's just I sit here all by myself, and I got all dressed all nice, and now I'm solo at the dance. You know what I mean? What do you want to do? What can you do? I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Oh, Matt, Mr. Unemployed's not. He's not. He's not. He didn't mean that. He's a fan. Um, yeah. And meanwhile, man, I go into um like Dean's stream and stuff. They have like 50 people that want to join. It's crazy. It is wild. Same thing with everyone else. They don't care. They just join up. They didn't work on China. I wonder. Um, yeah, I mean, we have to see, man. It is. It is. I think it's inevitable that the world routes its trade around the United States now because of tariffs, and I think that especially now because of Trump, I think that you might see something like something like BRICS or something like that be kind of like a defensive treaty. Same thing with NATO. So I think that I think that's the big problem is that we're gonna. I really do think that this is a big moment for the world stage to kind of realize that Trump is so reckless that he can't be trusted to even. They knew that he was going to be hurting the United States, and they were okay with it. It's really, is he going to harm anyone else? And now him harming Venezuela like this, it's pretty apparent, Yeah. I think he's going ham because he knows the midterms are gonna gridlock him. Well, Ruben, his powers that he has now are just given to him not by the Constitution, but just by executive order. So he doesn't need congressional approval on what he's doing right now, and that's the scary part. That's the wild thing, and it's just it's a fact of our modern presidency. This is what we have. But it would be nice. George W. Bush got congressional approval for the Iraq War, and global approval, by the way. He lied in order to get it, right, through the weapons of mass destruction stuff that never was substantiated or found. But at least he got it. Trump is going in solo, no other country, plus no congressional approval, and he isn't going to. He said in the press conference that he doesn't want congressional approval. He doesn't think he needs it. So that's just it. There you go. Constitution done. Next problem. He's distracting from Epstein. I think so. Titan. I think these two things. I mean, they ran on no new war Trump. That was the whole idea. And then they also ran on Democrats or have a global ring, that the Biden crime family was a part of. You know what I mean? And neither of those are true. And Trump is actually worse than any president about that. So again, it's going to be wild. Fun fact, tariffs are what preceded the U.S. entering World War II. Oh, interesting, Hazel. I didn't think about that. No new war thing was a joke. I know. Even when they said it didn't make any sense, because he did do tons of engagements all throughout the world. So it's just crazy. Yeah, I agree with you, Chance. Absolutely, is there files due out today? Oh, really, Rob? Is that true? Is there more files that are coming out today? I know, Titan. Yeah, imagine if someone had lost their life, an American soldier had lost their life in Venezuela. That would have been wild. I mean, they are going to be stationed there. He said again, guys, listen to the press conference. I'm telling you, he literally said, we like the troops. We like troops on the ground. Troops were on the ground today. They did a good job. Let's have more of them. So it's I don't know what to tell you. As someone that was around for the Iraq War, ladies and gentlemen, it is so apparent with they're just running at 2.0. And it's wild because Trump ran on, I'm not your George W. Bush Republican. He ran on, I didn't agree with the Iraq War, even though he lied. He ran on, I would never do what George W. Bush did, because George W. Bush, the entire Republican Party ran away from George W. Bush entirely after 2008. They didn't even speak his name. He was a leper. Nobody wanted to say that he was anywhere in support. And guess what? Now Trump is just George W. Bush 2.0. It's wild. Ruben, day trading has been stagnant, dude. My portfolio is awful. I mean, the first was the first good day in a long time. I'm really frustrated in the stock market right now, but I mean, hopefully, man, there's some, downward pressure at the end of December. People trying to tax loss harvest, and people will start buying in and buying more, going forward, because I need some market gains. There'll always be wars as long as man will live. Maybe stop supporting and idolizing politicians. MZ, I don't know if you're aware, but we have a president of the United States, and I am not supporting or idolizing him. He is the current president of the United States, and he has an impact on my life and people around the world's life. So we are being critical of him because he's the president of the United States. And if he can't withstand some criticism, maybe he shouldn't have ran to be president of the United States of America. So this kind of a cry bullying that the Republicans do now about oh man, you guys you're so cruel. Why don't you give Trump a break? Deal with it. Deal with it. What do you want to do? Every freaking day the stock market is up and down, roller coaster experience now. Yeah, Jenny. I mean, from April to October, it was unbelievable. But I mean, people forget, November to January, it was really good because people were like, oh man, what if Trump just doesn't do anything and just lets this economy run, and this is going to be amazing? What if he just doesn't do anything, just like Trump won? And then as soon as he came into, oh no, did you buy into BABA? BYD? What's the other one? NIO? The stock market went down and plummeted because people started to realize that Trump was actually going to do things in his presidency, like the tariffs. It wasn't until that Trump said, okay, I'm done with the tariff stuff. Okay, I'm done with it. That finally in April, people were like, okay, it's over. I mean, up until that, guys, we were seeing the NASDAQ and S&P 500 go -5%. That's an index, guys. That's unbelievable. It was crazy times. It was like we were like headed towards like a recession, a depression. It's crazy. Nick Smith, he ran because Obama made fun of him. Probably, honestly. Literally how Trump got his support was people idolizing him as a TV star. Yes, user. He was able to redefine who he is. Absolutely. Based off of that. He was able to portray himself as a winner because of that. 1 million people unalived in Trump won because of COVID? How? Let's be moderate together, Greg, and for the poor and working class. Okay. But the thing that frustrates me is he doesn't even have to implement them, just an announcement. I know, Ruben, dude, it's the, like, I have an announcement stuff. And and you can see the options buying, and they all buy puts the day before at like 12:30, right before the market closes. And you're like, what in the world is happening? And then boom, 30 minutes after the market closes, then there's like, oh, there's a tariff announcement, and you're just like, you watch the after hours just plummet, and you're like, oh my gosh. And all these people that made $100,000 bets on 1 day expiration puts now are making millions of dollars. It's like, so guys, the SEC is completely neutered. The amount of insider trading that's happening is just unbelievable. Well, if you hate Trump and know it's higher ups, you can still know we're being stolen from. Yeah, by billionaires. Absolutely. And poison, at least not cared by people paid to get to enter and ruin healthcare. I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry, K2. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't understand what you mean. Magala, welcome in, man. How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm just looking at all your conspiracy theories up here.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, with your tinfoil masks and all your tinfoil maskers in here who actually believe this crap.
Science? People that believe in science?
Requires vaccines?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You gotta look out for one another. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, we got the most chronically ill set of kids ever before. Like, there's just no comparison.
What are you talking about?
Explosion in autism, and chronic illness.
Nope. It's completely false. It's fake. Yeah, it's fake news. Exploded. It's completely fake. Nope. It exploded. Right childhood mortality rates have plummeted since 200 years ago, so they're actually super low, and you're completely wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm from the days of SB 277 in California with Richard Pan.
What are you talking about?
And all those losers.
SB 277. I don't know. Yeah, your conspiracies or whatever, like your pet conspiracy is. I don't know. Understand what it is. Let's look it up right now. Yeah, I would love to. SB 277, California.
Probably 2018, 2017.
A landmark law that eliminated personal belief exemptions for mandatory childhood vaccines. Yeah, that's awful.
There you go. Let's eliminate religious exemptions even.
Yeah.
You don't have any authority over your
That's
body.
good.
You think it's such a win to strip the most vulnerable people and their parents' decision, even if it's one of religion.
No, because there's no where in the Bible does it say vaccines?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it's not there. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I don't care. I don't care about your fake sky god. I care about my kid actually being alive. That's what I care about.
Yeah. You make up all this bogus boogeyman dumb.
Vaccines are fake. You think wait? So you don't think that viruses are real? That's what you're saying. We're making up viruses.
No, well, whatever you've done to twist and distort them and use it so you can be
Are viruses real?
For Dr. Quack.
Are viruses real?
Removed. So you think that they
are viruses real?
Any type of philosophical.
Are viruses real? We're just gonna keep looping here until you actually answer the question. Are viruses real?
Read to SB 277.
Are viruses real?
That you're proponent for that?
Our virus is real.
Are you a proponent?
Our
for
virus is real. We're just going to
SB277?
keep looping, and you got 10 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
just going to ask you
Do
the same
think-
question.
do you think
Our
that
virus
the
is
most
real.
vulnerable people
Our
should
virus
not
is
be
real.
allowed to
The
deny
most
a
vulnerable
vaccine to
people
go to
are
school?
the most vulnerable people are the children, and 50%
Yeah.
of them used to
Yeah,
unalive
and
because
so
of people like
and you
you
know who
and that
else
didn't believe in
proposes
vaccines.
still?
That vaccines
Yeah,
actually
and
helped
Dr.
allow
Greg.
people to live after up to the age of 10, 12, 13. Yes.
Yeah, and guess what?
So
Guess
our
who
virus
showed
is
up
real.
to,
Our virus is real.
yes, they are.
Okay, so they are real.
That
Okay.
doesn't give you just a license to go around and dictate policy for virtually every school child throughout the entire country.
Absolutely it
Say,
does.
"Oh,
Public
you gotta
health does.
line
Yes,
up
it
for
does.
This and this and this and this and this and
Yes,
this
it
and this."
does. That's
know?
absolutely does. That's what
No,
public
it
health
doesn't.
is. Yes, it
Because
does.
these people who stood against SB 277 were vaccine injured children too. Vaccine injured kids who are in wheelchairs from
No, they weren't.
following the direction of quacks like you.
No,
and
no, they're
quacks
not.
like Penn
No.
And all the corrupt state legislators in California. They lined up around the block. Tens of thousands of parents. To
No, they
say,
don't. There is
no,
none. There's no tens
Yeah,
of thousands
why
of
don't you
vaccine
go
injured
look on
kids. There is
YouTube
none. There is
and
none.
see the tens of thousands of parents
No,
who
there
didn't
aren't.
want this
There
bill
aren't.
to pass, and them in the face.
It doesn't
of all
matter.
Of them just
It doesn't matter
sweep
what
them
they
up
believe
under
because
the
they're
rug.
wrong.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
because you're a fascist.
No, I'm
You're
not.
a techno-fascist, a vaccine pushing shill.
No.
With your little
Yeah.
poison crap. And
Yeah.
you maim
Stay
and
mad,
you-
dude.
and
Stay
you
mad. Stay
unalive
mad
and
that you have never actually contributed to the quality of life improvement of anyone. None of your rosemary tinctures have actually
Oh,
improved
nice.
anyone. Hey,
Nice.
hey, dude. Hey, let's listen. Okay, so what is your solution right now? We have 2,000 and rising measles cases in the United States. We have tons of different viruses that are actually exponentially rising right now. We have whooping cough on the rise. What do we do?
Yeah, a lot of that, all that crap is vaccine derived. Most of it.
False, completely false. Because 97% of the 97% of the measles cases are unvaccinated. So that's completely wrong. Try again.
Yeah, and they're using
Try again. What do we do?
aborted fetuses.
Try again.
They're using aborted fetuses to
No, they're not.
manufacture
This is
the
not. Nope.
MMR.
You're exactly wrong. Nope.
Yes, they
Nope.
are.
No, you're. Nope.
Yes,
You
they
are
are.
wrong. Nope.
You
These
are.
people
I'm
that
taking
these
away
people
religious
again.
objections to
These
that.
people that are being infected with measles are unvaccinated. So again, say what your solution is. How are you going to help these people? That this is your time. Right? This is your time. These people are not vaccinated and they have measles and it's rising. Go ahead. What is your solution?
Yeah, vitamin A. People know that. Vitamin A pretty much cures
Vitamin A.
time at
So
all.
so for
Yeah,
so for people that are in the hospital and that are losing their
There are
life
people in the
from
hospital.
vaccine preventable
All the
illness, you think
images that
vitamin
they
A.
use for your
That is what
measles
that is
hysteria
your
are
solution.
fake. They always pull some image from some 1970s textbook in black and
What are you
white
talking about,
with
bro?
all
We
this
have
crap on it.
next generation
They're trying to use
sequencing.
that
We
to
have no.
make
We have
people
next generation
afraid.
sequencing. We have
Yeah.
genetics. We have all that stuff. We're
You
not
guys
doing some
fabricate the
crappy
whole
like
damn
old
thing.
1970s microbiology textbook.
Your
We have
measles
everything.
hysteria. Look where we're at with SB 277.
Oh, you're so mad, dude. You're so mad that you're
That
you're
is the
so
worst-
afraid. You are
worst
so
crime
afraid of
against
a shot, dude. You're so afraid of a shot while you hug your
You guys have
TRT.
been committing these crimes since the early 19th
Yeah,
century,
just complete
man.
nonsense. Again, no.
Anti-vaccine,
Vaccines
campaigns
saved
have been
2.5
around
million
just as long as
people's
people.
lives. They 5 million people a year survived because every year because of vaccines. 4 million are little kids. So by being
you just
anti-vaccine,
make up
you
all
are
this
actually
crap.
nope. That's actually
can't-
what
you
numbers
can't
are. That's what
verify
science
any of
does.
this.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry
Just
that you
a
don't have
bunch of
any actual
tropes.
dates and you just have
Just a
these.
bunch of tropes.
Nope.
How do you-
Nope,
how
they're
do
not
you-
tropes.
How do you prove a vaccine has saved a life? You can't prove that a vaccine has saved a single life. And we can prove that they've maimed, murdered, and killed innumerable people.
Dude, no, you actually figure out if they saved life through epidemiology. You can actually figure out how many people would have lost their lives if
Yeah,
they didn't
through
have the
your
vaccines.
Bogus stats, your bogus
Yeah.
modeling.
No, yeah,
bogus
because you don't understand what
crap.
Matt's are. You don't understand what math is. That's the problem. You don't understand. You've never done actually the work to understand what statistics are.
Just like that CoronaCon guy in the UK modeled all the Corona crap. And that turned out to be exactly wrong. Under the lockdowns.
Again, you're just completely wrong.
Sleep at his girlfriend's apartment.
Again, dude, I don't care.
And his
again,
modeling was totally.
Dude, again, you can look at vaccine rates of countries that have vaccines. The more vaccines there are, the less people losing their lives during the pandemic. It's just, again, you are focused on vaccines for some reason as opposed to the viruses and the diseases that the viruses cause. And again, it is absolutely wild to me that you have nothing to say for these parents, nothing to say for these kids other than vitamin A. Are you out of your mind?
Go look at all the parents who came out for SB 277. They lined up.
Who cares about some random bill from California? I don't care about whatever some misinformed parents thought about it. I don't care. I don't care because there wasn't.
We don't want your vaccine mandates. You don't care.
Guess what? Well, you're living in the world from vaccines, dude. You are living in the world from vaccines.
The most dangerous products on the most vulnerable people. That's all you care about. And when their parents turn up in thousands to say, hey, look at my injured children here. You're not on board with us. You're taking away our exemptions. We don't feel these are safe. You don't care. You don't care about the feelings of these parents who have to live, who have to pick up the mess and the carnage that people like you have inflicted on their family.
And what about all those? And what about all those parents that actually have vaccine preventable illnesses and children that are losing their lives right now because of people like you? How about that? How about all those parents that are right now? What are you talking about? They're everywhere right now. What are you talking about? They're in Canada right now. They're in the United States right now, and this is exactly why this is the reason why patriotism requires vaccines, because you are
campaign showing all these maimed children from measles.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? They not only do they exist, the RFK Maha movement has done everything that they can to say that those people don't exist and that never happened. Again, so they say that those people actually didn't die of measles and all this nonsense when they absolutely did. Again, so they absolutely exist. They absolutely have been shown to happen. Measles.
The last study was showing all the children's eyes turning inwards from the MMR vaccine because of little strokes in their brain.
That is completely false, dude. You are just what kind of AI generated world are you living in that you think that people are actually being maimed by the MMR versus people being maimed by measles right now?
Google Dr. Molden.
Okay, I don't care. I don't care whatever. I don't care whatever pet conspiracy that you have. I don't care. Oh my gosh, that is not true. That's not true, dude. That doesn't exist. I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. No. Do you realize that even RFK actually? Do you realize that RFK even recommended the MMR vaccine in Texas because of the measles outbreak? He said that the MMR vaccine actually is very effective against measles and that people should vaccinate against that. Even RFK said that. This nonsense that the MMR vaccine is is worse than the measles themselves. It's insane.
He's just trying to placate both sides. He's walking into an environment where
because he actually has to realize that there is a world out there that exists and
your ACIP lunatics down there forcing all.
What are you talking about? Dude, the ACIP has been full and staffed of nothing but people that are on your side, dude. You are the deep state now. You have all of the CDC. You have all of the HHS. That is all you guys. What are you talking about? ACIP is all anti-vaxxers now.
We've been watching Highwire for a long time, Dr. Greg.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What kind of algorithm conspiracy are you in on, man?
Well, it's not just me producing. The guy who produced the doctors Del Bigtree went on to produce the
Oh my God. Yeah. Del Pigtree is, oh my God. Again, another insane vaccine conspiracy. You get your information from a documentary, dude. You literally are getting fed propaganda.
The guy's been doing live shows for years.
Who cares? I've been doing live shows since 2020. Like, what are you talking about? How does that mean anything? It's insane, dude. All right, you got 10 minutes. Get up.
He has brought...
Insane, dude. Insane. Okay, guys. Like it, share it, please. Repost. Thank you so much. You can come up and after this guy. We're going to give everyone 10 minutes. Hi, K2. How's it going?
I'm glitching a little bit. Okay, so I have to ask you an honest question, and it's not bias, because I am really stuck in the middle sometimes a lot of my life, because I do see things on both sides, and that might get you mad. But you are familiar with Gardasil, right?
Gardasil is that the I don't remember that name.
HPV one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I know, as an Irish girl, I know that HPV is a serious problem, more than people know.
Okay.
And, but I also know my one niece who got it, she's very pro-vaccine. She went against her mom, even though her cousin almost died. If she would have gotten a second round, the doctor, who's very pro-vaccine, said she would have died. We thought it was an iron deficiency. It took her very pro-vaccine doctor to say, this is from the HPV vaccine. And my OB, when I was expecting to have HPV, I was like, that is so weird. I don't have it. All my friends said I most likely would. And, she said, it's your German, Irish roots. A lot of people of Western, Northern European descent, not always, they have a stronger likelihood of it.
Your physician
and
said
this is a fact. This is a fact. I've watched my nieces have seizures from this. So I promise you, I'm very in the middle because I also know HPV is a problem,
I think that she's lagging.
And then that same group that is most immune to it is the ones dying and having the worst adverse reaction.
K2, you are glitching.
Okay, I'll try to come back up, but I guess I'll summarize it really quick. Do you think it's normal that girls are having... My one niece that got it had a seizure immediately after injection. And they said that's normal.
Okay, guys. While we wait, K2, I can't hear you if you're talking. I'm sorry that you glitched or something. I can't hear you. She's fine. Okay. Okay, Molly. Yeah. I will timer her when she starts talking. I can't hear her.
Hi, have you heard the people on here time me
can
when
hear
I start
her?
talking?
You can hear her?
I'm just asking. Even if HPV is good, in the best case scenario happened,
Oh no.
you guys think should us moms be worried when our daughters have seizures?
1
Or
second.
are we?
Can you try one more time?
Can you hear me?
Oh, man, I can hear you on my phone, but I can't hear you.
Can you blame us when we're worried? When
Dang
my
it,
one niece
I
had a
don't know
normal...
why this happens, but sometimes sometimes my sound driver,
That's all that happened.
like,
My other
freaking-
niece almost died.
it
Both
boots.
Irish girls. That's
I'm
all I
sorry.
know.
Dang it. Okay. Henley, let me 1 second. Let me listen to you. Okay, go ahead. I'll listen to you. Dang it. I'm sorry. Damn it. Oh, man, I hate when this happens. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, K2. Yeah, I had an echo because I was trying to listen to my phone on my backup account right here, but it's not working. That's not working. The last time I did this, I had to restart my live, so I think I'm probably just gonna do that now, real quick. Yeah. Dang it. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just restart. Yeah, I have to restart my computer. Okay. Yeah, it's probably not the vaccine, and there's a lot of different things that you are preventing. It's anti-cancer. The HPV vaccine is literally anti-cancer, so you're actually preventing, cancer in that aspect. Yeah, it's okay now, but I can't hear myself. All right, 1 second. I'm sorry. It's a technical issue, guys. I have to be right back. I'm sorry. 1 second.